You serious?
So this is How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
And I'm Nick Bright. What is going on?
What's really good? There's plenty of ways to kill an hour out there. Right now, you were killing one with us.
Yeah.
How you doing, Nick?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. I've been mad busy last few days. I don't mean to take away the magic of podcasting, but we do actually speak before we hit record. And as I was just saying to you, I'm currently halfway through to replying to a massive email. You know, when you get one of those big emails, it's got 15 different talking points in it. And you're replying to each one. It's taking forever. I got it off my agent this morning. And just I received it on my phone because 21st century and that, all got phones with your email on and everything. But I was just like, this email's so long, I don't want to reply until I got a physical keyboard in front of me.
Yeah, if it's not a yeah, cool, see you then, or no problem, and you've got to write a proper email, it's long. Yeah,
it is very long. Like I said, it's just because there's so many different questions in the email. Because with my agent, she went away on maternity leave, so we haven't spoke properly for ages, and now it's the kind of, how are you? This has been happening in my world, and it's just bare reply, bare things to reply to, bare subjects.
Did you ask or him how the baby making process went? Sprog, how old? How old? Sorry, name, boy, girl. I know how much did it weigh? That's it.
Well, why is that the first thing people ask, or the piece of information that's so important when it comes to childbirth? I've never understood it.
I'll tell you why, Nick. Yeah, because everyone wants to know how much the fanny's been stretched out.
Do you reckon
it's £6? Yeah, if it's £6, everyone's like, all right, cool, bounce back. Yeah, if you're £13, everyone's like,
everyone's like, yeah, she's done, she's mega bucketed out. But the thing is, what I don't get about it is, I don't know how much I weighed. I'm quite a mager guy, so I assume it was like a little amount. But it's really weird. I think right. This is without doing a disservice to what you just said about your reason behind it. Because
theory, it's just a theory. It's sound.
I somehow think your fanny theory isn't the isn't the real reason. I think it's to do with the health of the baby. That's what I think it is.
So it's not bigger the baby, bigger the fanny. It's not. That's not the.
No, I somehow think it's not that. Although it would be great if that was the reason why all these doctors were doing it. But I think it's to do with the fatter the baby, the healthier the baby, or some shit like that.
So it's the opposite of because when you're old, being fat is not good. But if you're fat when you're a baby, it's it's really, really good, healthy.
Yeah. If you're a fat baby, it's yeah. That's why back in the olden days, right? In Game of Thrones days, I know Game of Thrones isn't real, but it's meant to be in that kind of Stone Age era, isn't it? Right? And back in those days, if you were fat, it meant you were wholesome and fat men were desirable.
Really? So if you had a bum that was bigger than a woman's baby bum, everyone would be yeah, you're big
fat bellied men, Henry VIII. You see pictures of Henry VIII? He's fat.
Shit.
It's it was desirable to have a big fat belly because it meant you had dough and you could buy loads of food and shit like that.
So people wouldn't be looking at Trey Songz and thinking he's hot. People would be looking at Rick Ross and going,
Well, Rick Ross has lost loads of weight, so maybe he would be a king who'd had loads of money and then lost all his money.
Right. And then now they're just yeah, if he was back in Game of Thrones days, they'd have been yeah, he used to be the guy. But now, since he's been eating all of those pears and that salad and all that sort of stuff, no.
Yeah. Have you noticed, right, how a lot of these rappers who enter the game fat and they make being fat part of their shtick, after a while they end up losing the weight because they're I don't want to die anymore. Look at Fat Man Scoop, for example. Fat Man Scoop lost bare weight. It's Skinny Man Scoop. And then if you look at Rick Ross, lost bare weight. If you look at Fat Joe, lost bare weight. All these fat rappers that their whole thing is about being fat. They're not even fat no more. How can man like Fat Joe call himself Fat Joe? You're just Joe now, bruv. But there's already a Joe. So you've got to be a different Joe.
So many, you're Slim Joe. And that doesn't sound... Nah, Slim Joe doesn't work,
It don't
or
work.
Slim Man Scoop. Skinny Smalls wouldn't have worked for Biggie.
Exactly. But the thing is with Biggie is Biggie was a big guy and he remained a big guy.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Obviously,
end.
you know, unfortunately, his life was cut short, which is a real shame because he's one of the best rappers that's ever been. But like, you know, at least he was true to himself. My name is the Notorious B.I.G. and this is what I'm about. Give me that burger. Not like all these other guys, Rick Ross, eating pears. Shout out to all the pears. Like Fat Joe probably eating Caesar salads and shit. No, bruv.
It's weird to be called fat something and you're not fat. But anyway, Nick, you've digressed. Did you ask your agent how big her fanny was? I mean, how big the baby was?
I didn't ask my agent how big the baby was, but she did say.
So you asked how big her fanny was? Yeah, how big is it?
I actually didn't ask that as well, surprisingly.
Okay, cool.
She did say that she was going to WhatsApp me pictures of the baby.
Okay, I thought I was going somewhere else.
Yeah, no, the baby.
That's a good relationship.
Yeah.
Go on.
The baby. I think her other half might be upset if it was like anything else. It'd be a bit weird.
How can you be upset with yourself?
What? Who, me? I'm not her other half. What are you chatting about?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, cool. Go on. You're saying? Yeah, go on.
I was just saying, she said she's going to send some WhatsApp pictures of the baby.
If it's a cute baby, you know what you're going to reply, yeah? Oh, cute, right?
It's just going to be that anyway, because, you know, everybody thinks that their baby is the cutest baby, even when it's an ugly baby.
Do you agree that there's certain babies out there that look like they're like a Ninja Turtle before halfway through the mutation? You know, like when you're looking at the mutation of a Ninja Turtle from like an actual turtle into like this sort of humanoid turtle form. When the baby looks like that, people still say it looks cute. Is this just because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Nick?
Like when people have babies, right? This is why I've got a theory for this. Me and you got theories for days, but like the theory that I'm going to lay down on you right now is, you know, when someone you know or you're friends with on social media has a baby, their social media account just becomes a shrine to the baby. You know, that? Like chicks that you're friends with, for example, it's mainly chicks as well, because I don't know, I feel like they feel closer to the baby than maybe the dad does. But like the chicks, it's like every picture they put up is either just straight a picture of the baby or it's a picture of them and the baby. And I'm just like, fam, I don't want to see your fucking baby. But the reason is because they love the baby so much. They think everybody else loves the baby just as much. But here's a newsflash for you. We don't love the baby. In fact, I don't love the baby at all. I don't want to see the baby. Like,
I don't even know the baby.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, who's this baby brer? Like, who are you? I know your mum, innit? I don't know you. Piss off.
Yeah, get your own social media.
Yeah. Start a new one for the baby. Shit.
Yeah. Freaking hell. So Nick, I over teased something. I'm guilty of over teasing something in the last episode, aren't I? And I don't think we should cook it anymore because I've spoilt the steak, haven't I? Really?
A little bit.
Someone, we got a little part of our website where you go to at howtokillnow.com and click to leave us a voicemail, and we don't really we haven't really spoken about it for about 9 months. So it's interesting that we got a question that came in, Nick. And I figured we'd answer it before we get into the show today. So I'm going to press play and we'll go from there.
Cool.
What is your opinion on the crazy clowns that are going around trying to like scare people and that?
And that is from Sophia. And I guess she's from the Midlands from that accent.
I guess so. I kind of missed the whole lot of that, other than clowns that are going around scaring people is all I heard.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll just play it again, in case you've missed it as well.
What is your opinion on the crazy clowns that are going around trying to like scare people and that?
What's your opinion on all the crazy clowns that are going around trying to scare people in that, Nick?
Before we get into that, let me just say your accent recognition is terrible. She's clearly not from the Midlands. She's from Bristol or around that area.
Same thing, mate. Same thing to a Londoner. Yeah, all right?
That's why everybody hates us, because of people like you. Same thing to us Londoners, mate. If you ain't from London, who gives a fucking shit? Do you know what I mean? Like, That's why if you go outside London, everyone's like fucking Cockney wankers in London. Right, anyway.
All right. Sorry, Sophia. Sophia, who's most clearly from Bristol or maybe even Cheltenham. There you go.
Yeah, West Country, isn't it? West Country ways. Maybe Western Supermare. Right, anyway. My opinion of the scary clowns that are going around, these people are clearly virgins. That is what it is for me. They clearly have no sex life. In fact,
Nick, because... let's just set this up for someone who might have been living on Mars and just landed on Earth right now.
Okay.
With what Sophia's discussing with regards to clowns. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's this weird craze that started in the States and has now spread to the UK where people are just dressing up as clowns and hanging around public places and scaring people, right?
Yeah, that's basically what's happening. They're getting scary clown masks, yeah. And basically the craze started. Well, the actual like going around in public scaring people, but by anyone, started in America. But there's actually a French, I think they're French anyway, French YouTube channel called DM Pranks. If you I'm just googling it right now. DM Pranks clown. And they started it. If you click on, you'll see it when it comes up, like Killer Clown 4, and it's like they basically started it. And if you want a feeling for what people are doing, obviously DM Pranks are really extreme with it because they pretend to kill people, even though like it's dummies. It's not like actual people that they're killing.
Oh, are they the ones, Nick, who have done stuff like they have a mate that has no legs, yeah, and then what they'll do is they'll get. Like people will be in a car park, walk around a corner and look like someone's just sawed this guy's legs off.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe
same sort of like proper shock tactic. So it sort of jokes that you probably couldn't even understand. It's not like someone going, huh, booga, booga, booga. Like it's people that realistically look like they're being mutilated and stuff like that in some cases, right?
Yeah. I believe so because these guys, DM Pranks, I think that they're like... I don't know, they've almost got like skills like, like people that do this shit for like movie sets and that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've got like them kind of skills, like a high level of skill and production goes into their videos. But yeah, anyway, what do I think of it? I'm just like, really? Come on, man. Like, if you're doing something like what the DM Pranks people are doing, where you're putting a lot of effort into it and you're filming it for like YouTube or whatever and you're getting hits, then cool. But like, if you're just some twat who's bought a mask on Amazon, bruv, like pack it in, will ya? Like, it's pointless. Like, and I know people might be going, oh, you're like proper negative, boring guy, man. They're just having a laugh. But it's like, there's a fine line between, I don't know, having a laugh with people your own age or being a 40-year-old man wearing a clown mask and running after school children. Like that's like weird. It's just weird.
Yeah, you know what? In one side of me, Nick's like, oh yeah, it's funny. Like it's not funny. It's just one side of me is like, yeah, it's just people messing around. The other side of me is thinking like, a lot of people are doing it with like no setup. It's not like we're gonna go to a mall in the day and scare some people and film it for fun. It's like people are just hanging around, scaring people. Yeah. And I don't get what is so good about just scaring someone for no reason. To me, it's like me and you going, and you know what? You're probably going to think I'm being extra now, and I'm going way too serious for How to Kill Now. But I'm like, it's like me and you going, come like 7 of me and you and my biggest mates go and get hooded up and stand outside a shop and just intimidate old people walking past and people walking home from work. Let's just stand outside and just look mean and like have stuff in our pockets that look like guns and shit, like poking out of our tracksuit bottom. Do you know what I mean? That's what I feel like. I feel like it's bullying. It's bullying.
You wouldn't do it
in a way. I don't know. Am I being too sensitive? Because obviously, if I saw a clown, I'd punch him in the face.
You're saying that now, but like really, you'd be running, bruv. You'd be jumping in the smart car and just speeding off.
I'll probably punch the back of my pants with shit. Shit would punch out the back of my KO my batty of my pants, boy. But in a way, yeah, I think it's like it's just a bit. I don't know, man. I want a bit better. Like it's 2016, man. Let's do a bit better, innit?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like let's do something a bit more funny. You get me? And then now, what's gonna happen at Halloween? Is everyone gonna be a clown, or is no one gonna be a clown?
Now, the top Halloween outfit by miles will be Donald Trump this year.
Donald Trump,
number one.
Or Nick, I'm thinking Luke Cage could go down well, innit? Luke Cage.
I think Luke Cage will go down all right, but all the white people can't dress up as Luke Cage, so it's a problem because, like, if they try and dress up as Luke Cage and do the blackface, yeah, it's a par for your life. Like, white people can't do blackface in 2016, man. Like,
nah, not in 2016.
Yeah.
Not after the election.
Yeah.
Issues
and basically, like,
all lives matter.
If white people try and do Luke Cage, the thing is, because I'm torn between this. Obviously, I'm not saying white people should do blackface because that shit's messed up. But, like, I just feel like if you're a white guy, you can't really do a black guy as your Halloween outfit, full stop, because it don't look authentic because you're white. It's as simple as that. Like, if I tried to go as Luke Cage, what am I just gonna wear? Like, fucking, I don't know, like tight clothes. Like how can you go as Luke Cage without being black? Like, it's not possible.
It just doesn't work, innit? It just doesn't work.
So just
what
go as
are you
someone
thinking
white,
about
fam.
Halloween? Are you doing anything for Halloween?
Nah, I never do anything, man. I'm not about that life on Halloween.
Why not?
I don't know. Do you know what? Like, and I don't want people of How to Kill an Hour to think I'm a misery guts, man, because I'm not a miserable dude. But the whole, like, dressing up thing is not really for me. I didn't do it at uni. Like, you know, like, remember in the uni days, it was like geek chic party and, like, I don't know, school disco, all of those crap kind of things. It's like I never ever dressed up for them ever. I was anti-establishment, bruv.
You're such a fucking downer, Nick. You're such a granddad in some
Bruv, I would
ways,
go
man.
to the parties and I'd normally be DJing at them, but I'm like, I'm not dressing up, man. Fuck you and your geek chic party. I'm too cool for that.
Can't even lie, Nick. That's my first ever night that I put on in the UK after doing some mad seasons in Napa. The first ever event that I put on was like, yeah, I'm going to be a promoter, student promoter. But it was a army night. It was only an army night because the school night had just been done in freshers and they wouldn't give me a freshers slot like the uni because I did it at the union. So I had to think of a fancy dress that people get into, and I thought army would be a good idea.
Okay.
And I think it's good to get dressed up. I think people let their hair down a little bit more when they're dressed up.
Well, right. I guess like you can say, like, when people get dressed up, like, they don't mind looking like a dickhead because immediately you look like a dickhead. Whereas, like, when you're not wearing fancy dress, it's all about, you know, what trainers you got on, or, you know, what brand t-shirt you got on, or do you look fresh, blah, blah, blah. Like, whereas when you're just dressed up, it's like, well, we all look like twats. So I suppose there is that, but, like, bruv, I need to look good. Like, I look good. I try to look good for me, bruv. I don't try to look good for other people. You know what I mean?
All right, baby. It's all about you, innit? It's all about you.
Damn, baby. It's all about me, dog.
Hey, so what? No, I reckon we can find you a fancy dress outfit that you'd wear. What about Iron Man? If I had an Iron Man suit at mine and said, Nick, here you go, it'll fit you. Would you wear that for Halloween? Proper one.
I don't know.
What? There's no one's outfit that you rate that you're like, I would love to dress up like them for the day. What about James Bond? He's smart.
He just wears a suit, though. No one would know.
All right. Forget who else could you? Devlin. Nick Bright looks. If you haven't Googled Nick Bright before, which you probably have,
don't do
Google
it
Nick
because
Bright.
The pictures of me are awful. There's this one fucking picture that just won't die.
All right, do it. Open Google. I'm going to do it right now. Open Google with me. Google.
In fact, there's two pictures. There's one where I look like I've actually got cancer, which is not. I'm not even making that as a joke because I don't joke about cancer. But there's one where I look ill, bruv.
NICK
that Mobo took of me. It was like a mad close up and I look super sick. And the other one is me crouching down in a fucking tracksuit. Like,
oh, we've all got pictures like that back in the day when you're like pointing towards the camera with one hand and one hand.
Fucking will not leave me. It's from my first ever photo shoot of life, right? My first ever photo shoot that I ever did back. I must have been about, I don't know, fucking 17. Like, acting like a dickhead on the photo shoot, and promoters when they were booking me, they weren't asking me what pictures that they wanted. So basically, because so many promoters use that dead picture, it's just fucking everywhere. And then when people see me now, when people see me now, or when promoters were booking me for the DJ back in the day, people were like, "Oh my god, like you look so different. Like you need to get new pictures done." Like one bouncer was saying to me, like, "Oh, you need to get new pictures done, man." And I was like, "Bruv, I got bare new pictures, but your fucking promoter don't ask me what pictures I want to use."
Oh man. Bruv, I can't lie. I'll just look while you're talking to me. You're not talking to me. This picture's talking to me, Nick. So I'm hearing the words, but I'm just imagining the guy pointing at me. There's another picture of you holding a pair of headphones in one hand and the end of the headphones in the other. Because you know that classic DJ picture.
Yeah. Like again, that was from my second professional photo shoot. That one where I'm wearing clothes that are all too big for me.
Yeah. So, Nick, no outfit for you. Luke Cage. Have you finished Luke Cage, by the way?
I haven't finished Luke Cage yet because since we last spoke, I haven't even been at mine. I've been at my missus' house and she don't watch Luke Cage, so I ain't even been able to check it.
So, man's not allowed to watch what he wants when he's at the missus' house. Can he not just squeeze in a half an episode, or is it?
No, man can watch whatever I want. She's cool, like, but I just think it's like antisocial just to go, yeah, babe, I'm just gonna go and watch Luke Cage upstairs. Like, see you later. Like, just.
Nah, if that was me, I'd be like, I'm gonna go and watch Luke Cage. You need to catch up and watch every single episode, and then when you've done that, come talk to me.
Wow.
And then we'll sit down and watch the rest together.
That what kind of relationship you have with your missus, Marcus?
It's the same sort of scenario as I just described with the clowns and me boxing out my my boxer shorts with poo. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's the lie, bruv. I ain't like that. I'm like, okay.
Was he just fart in her face? Is that what that's what I took from that?
No. I will just watch the shit TV and just play with my phone and find an app. I've got apps for days, so I can sit and watch any terrible television, but I'm actually like playing GTA on my phone.
Right.
Yeah, Luke Cage, Nick, thanks for putting on it. I had a day this week where I just binged the rest of it, and all I'm saying is this year, 2016, that has probably been the best seasonal thing I've watched. Only thing that was close to it was The Night Of, which was on Sky Atlantic. That was sick. But Luke Cage, Nick, was sick. The soundtrack was sick. The casting was sick. It was full of action. It had cameos like that were crazy. Oh, it was awesome, man.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
From what I've seen so far, really, really good, man. Like, I'm rating highly.
Yeah, and out of Jessica Jones and out of Daredevil and Luke Cage, they all do their own thing, but Luke Cage is just, it's great, man. It's so on point. I feel like it talks to me. The show talks to me.
Honestly, like I said on a previous episode, the reason that I feel like Luke Cage is so good or better than the other two that you just mentioned is because there's an air of believable. There's a believable aspect to it. Like, yeah, you know, Luke Cage is. I don't think this is a spoiler here. He's bulletproof. Like, you know, like. Regular bullets can't hurt him or whatever, but like the kind of stories that run alongside you know, the fact that he's a Marvel hero or he's bulletproof or whatever are believable. They're realistic. They're set in Harlem, in the hood or whatever, like, and it's shit that you can imagine has happened in the past. Or
that's what it is.
Whereas like when I've watched previous Marvel kind of TV adaptions or whatever, it's like, you know, bare man, like Daredevil, like, cool, I get it. Like, he's a superhero or whatever, but let's be real, man's blind. Like, bruv, man is walking around the apartment. Like you know, blind people, yeah? Like, and obviously, you know, in a non-disrespectful way, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way at all, right? Let me just put that out there. But when you are blind, it is very hard to get around. Like, you know, I understand that because you can't see. Like, I get that. But, like, Daredevil... I found myself watching it, right, the last series. I watched it, and then there's certain bits where, like, he just walks straight through a doorway, like, and I'm just like, you would, without his hands in front of him, without it, and I'm like, you wouldn't know where that is. Like, you wouldn't know where that doorway is, bruv. There's no way. Nick,
the way Daredevil works, he's got heightened senses.
Bullshit.
So, like,
you can hear the fucking frame of the door. My arse.
Like, there's a kid in real life that clicks and he can hear when stuff's close to him and he runs around and stuff like that. Have you not heard of this kid that clicks? Like, he's got real sonic...
Yeah, no, I get that, but that's like walls and shit. Like you wouldn't be able to know where a door is. Like, you wouldn't just go, fuck it. He just walked straight through a door, and I was like, no. Like, you would at least need to feel your way. Like, oh shit, there's the door frame. Like, you wouldn't just go fucking bowling through it. Like, oh, great.
his hearing's supposed to be so good that he can like hear someone's heartbeat and like
Well, the
smell.
producers need to hear me when I say this. Make that shit more realistic.
So you want Daredevil to be rolling with a cane while he's got his Daredevil outfit on. You still want him to be really blind and struggle. That's what you want to see. To make
At
it
least
more
then
real.
it'll be more realistic, bruv. Like,
So you want to have him standing like friggin' in front of two criminals, yeah, and like one of them's getting fresh to him, and he goes, "Listen, shut your mouth! I'm gonna bust your ass." And then the other criminal goes, "No, it was actually me talking."
yeah,
Whatever.
exactly.
Like, that's what you want.
Exactly. Who said that? What? I want to see all that. And then I want to see him. I want to see him beat them up somehow. He will knock them out right with his cane, and then he'll turn around and say, "You just got caned." That's his catchphrase. Bosh. Trust me.
And then he's actually punched up his sidekick. Is that what's gonna happen? Cold guy. How you been killing some time other than that this week, though, Nick?
This week. Well, considering we only. What am I trying to say? Considering we only caught up a couple of days ago, again, sorry to ruin the magic of podcasting, but we've had so much stuff to catch up on. I haven't really done that much between then and now. What is it?
Nothing wrong with that.
A couple of days, but what I will say is in the last episode, I can remember, and it's a completely true story now. In the last episode, I can completely remember dissing Pineapple Pen. Or Pineapple, whatever the fucking hell it's called.
Disrespecting Pineapple Pen.
I said, that game sounds shit. Like, man, I had to download it because the other day I was waiting for my missus for something. Had a little go. Oh my God, I'm hooked. I'm playing it like a crackhead now.
Right? It is. You look at the game and you're like, oh, this is going to be so fucking shit, and it's going to be it's going to be an in-out job. It's not though, is it?
It's so addictive. Like, it is just like all you're doing is like timing to like tap the screen so that a pen goes flying into a pineapple or an apple, but like it's super addictive.
And do you feel a bit of a reward when you just hear pineapple, pen, apple?
Like, obviously it's like Candy Crush when you used to get the tasty and all that shit. Do you know what I mean?
And you know what, Nick? I never played Candy Crush, so I only heard some of the noises. I just knew it was really addictive. So it's kind of like crack. I didn't really want to go near it for fear of being addicted.
Well, basically, if you'd done a really good move that like took away loads of candies, you would get loads of different kind of like sweet, tasty, like shit like that.
That's a pretty good impression, isn't it? Really? Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Tasty.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, fair enough. Pineapple Pen. How have I been killing? Oh, actually, speaking of, I can recommend another app for you. And by the way, all the stuff we talk about, we put links to in the show description, and they're over at howtokillanhour.com /blog. Check that all out.
Before you do, what's your high score on Pineapple Pen?
Oh, I don't know. Where is it? All right, I'll get it now.
Yours got to be higher than mine because mine's shit.
Nah, mine's really bad.
Oh, damn. Wow.
Here's the game.
Is that you with the sound effects? Yeah.
Pineapple Pen.
Oh, that's what happens when you lose. My score is... Where do I find my score, bruv?
It says it like when you miss.
My highest score is 85.
See, that's good, bruv. What are you talking
What's
about?
yours?
85. Mine's 54.
Apple Pen. I'm Pineapple Apple Pen.
Sorry. You got me playing it again, bruv. What's
Turn that
yours?
shit off.
All right, it's done. What's yours again?
54.
54. Oh, that's pretty good. It's pretty good, though.
Took me ages. I was on like 41, and then it took me ages to get past 41, and then I got to 54, and now I can't get anywhere near it again. So
You get the mental block. The mental block, sometimes you feel pressure. You get sweaty palms. You get me?
when you start getting near your high score, it is what they need to do is they need to take the score off the screen, because like I see the score in the corner of my eye and I start getting gassed. I'm like, oh my God, fucked it. Whereas like if the score weren't on there, you wouldn't think about it.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I think that's what part of it is. It gives you pressure, man.
Yeah.
You get me? But bruv, you get me? You just have to lose yourself in the music sometimes. You know, the moment you gotta own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot.
Yeah.
Don't miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
That's what
sorry.
you gotta do,
I've got some of my mum's spaghetti on my shirt.
Is it? Oh yeah. See, that's what
My
happens.
knees are feeling a bit weak as well.
But all right. Here's another couple apps I'll throw at you then. You, Nick, and you, the listener. FIFA 17 free app.
Okay.
came out. FIFA on your phone. Nothing like FIFA on the new console. On the console.
No, I'm not involved.
I'm just going to be honest.
I'm not involved.
On the console version.
No. The console. I've got the console version.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, man has to get that. But like,
yeah.
the iOS version, because I've got an iPhone. I've never been into it because they bring out one every year, innit? There was a FIFA 16, and they're 9 times out of 10 they're free apps to download, but they're just shit. And also, I don't like playing games that require a joystick with the touch screen. It doesn't work that well. Like, you don't.
That's the thing.
It's just
the thing, Nick. They switched this one up. That's why this is why I'm recommending it to you, because this one you swipe across the screen to shoot and pass and stuff.
I don't rate that.
So there are still buttons and that. You can choose to play it like that, but you can swipe to score, so you can swipe it. All right, fair enough.
I hate to sound like I'm just not involved without even trying it, but like, if it's a game like FIFA, you need a controller, man. Shit's as simple as that for me.
Fair enough. I mean, you said about the pineapple pen. Who knows? Next week you might be into it.
Yeah, but pineapple pen is super basic, man. Come on,
mate. It's just that, and it's just for me. I feel like it's such a reward when I hear that apple pen. Another app I've been playing a little bit because I kind of loved and hated the original version of this game. Yeah, and when I describe this game to you, you're gonna know what game I'm talking about, Nick. It's a game called Go Harambe Go, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's got Harambe floating on a cloud in heaven.
Obviously.
From the left of the screen to the right of the screen. And you have to tap the screen to make him go up over clouds and go under. And when you don't tap the screen, he goes down a little bit. Kind of like another game where there was a real bird in it that everyone got a bit flappy about. Remember that one?
Yeah. I remember
yeah.
Including the guy that developed it. Couldn't keep up with demand and shut it down.
Just shut that whole game down like his name was Skepta. Shut down.
Crazy.
So yeah, Harambe Go. I've been playing that. Neither of those apps I'm going to say like were life-changing, but just a little bit of fun time. How else have I been killing?
Do you know what the mad thing is, right? Obviously, sad story about Harambe the gorilla who died.
Yeah.
The mad thing is, Harambe is so famous now, like, motherfucker's like a movie star. Like, imagine how much money they could be making out of his image rights if he's still alive.
Oh, you could make a film.
Trust me, mate. Like, they should right. What they should do in the next Planet of the Apes movie, right? That Harambe should have like a fucking cameo in heaven.
Oh shit! Because it's set in the future. Yeah, they could actually
have brought him back.
A shrine in the background.
No,
Harambe, one of our greatest.
It's in the future.
Or bring him back.
It's in the future. They could have Haramborg. Like he's a cyborg Harambe.
Oh shit!
Haramborg.
Bring him to the future. Like, give him the same stuff that they took to make them talk, and then he can start talking about what went down.
It'll be like
shit.
That fucking kid. Like, that's what it'll be like.
Oh shit! Human lies. Wow.
Trust me.
Fuck. That could be sick, mate. Oh yeah, here's another little thing I've been messing around with, Nick. There's a guy, called Charlie Cook on YouTube, and basically you can request for him to play a song with a trombone, which he can play with one hand, and in his other hand he has a gun.
Right.
So
only in America, obviously.
So somebody asked him, this gentleman here, to do the Mario theme tune for their birthday. And I think this was to Nate. I think Nate's his kid. But yeah, this is how Charlie Cook got down.
What the hell is this?
That would be fun. That would make a scary horror movie, innit? If there's a guy who's shooting.
Let me get. I haven't seen this guy, heard this guy, but it's in America, right?
Yeah. Oh, gotta be, mate. Gotta be.
It's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, what the hell? Like. I hope he's outside as well when he's recording this.
Yeah, man, he's out. It looks like he's in a forest. We'll put a link in the description. Yeah, he looks like he's in a forest in the snow, just letting off shots. And he's got sunglasses on, and he's got like a biker beard as well. What a guy, man!
I want that as my text message tone. I'm gonna try and get that sorted.
Bang, bang, bang. So yeah, a lot of stupidness this week. Nothing of real educational value, Nick.
What a legend. That's
but
what the show's all about, really.
Yeah, it's new ways to kill time. You can't always be doing serious stuff, and especially while there's a lot of political tension for reasons which is kind of pointless for us to get into because it's everywhere else. I think I'm deliberately keeping it light at the moment because things are quite heavy out there in the media. Do you know what I mean?
All right, mate. Cool. Blimey, bringing down the vibe. Cool.
On the other hand, I tried out a new shaver. Philips sent us over something called the One Blade a few months ago, Nick.
Yeah. I've bought one since then. I got a One Blade.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. I bought a One Blade, right? And then I told my flatmate to buy a One Blade, and he's also got one. So Philips need to give me some dough for that because I'm just doing their promo for him.
No problem. Well, you know what? I'm currently One Blade-less because I took a flight to Europe, and basically on the way back, my luggage was open, and
someone robbed the One Blade.
That's all I'm saying, bruv.
Wow.
The One Blade was missing, and along with some other important stuff like money. But I was quite upset that I'd lost the.
Hang on,
One Blade.
Can I just ask you a really, really obvious question?
Yeah.
Why was there money in your checked luggage?
It wasn't my checked luggage.
So, what?
How did they? My handler. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it if I'm honest. Maybe I'll get into it another time, Nick. But it was a bit of an embarrassing story, bruv.
I feel like now you've just made every listener to How to Kill an Hour be like, forget your story about anything else. I want to hear about the fucking luggage.
Really?
Well, it's up to you. I mean, if it's that scared, that much of a, I don't know, harrowing story.
It's not a crazy story. It's just all right. It's a story which I can relate to today, and I'll explain why I can relate to it today. But I've been away for a couple of days in Italy, and I'd had a few drinks and a bit of food to eat.
Couple limoncellos.
Something disagreed with me, right?
No.
Something disagreed with me. So on the way back,
them ones,
I was spending a lot of time in the toilet. It was like I was pissing out my ass, bruv.
So basically, like on the plane, you better have took the aisle seat as well. If you went window or middle when you had the shits and you kept getting up and out, that would piss me off if I was on the aisle seat. I'd
like to take this moment to personally apologise to the person that was sitting in the aisle seat.
Oh my God, so you didn't even take the aisle seat. That is pure selfishness.
I had a window seat, and I was shitting so much. I swear I smelled like shit. Yeah, you shit that much, I swear, like there was, Anyway.
I always think that, when you have a really fucking banging dump and then you just go back into the office, I always think, do I fucking smell like shit? Because you would never know. You would never know because you've just been wafting it up your nose for the last fucking 15 minutes or whatever.
You're taking some of your own brew, your home brew. Your home brew it doesn't affect you. It's like when you fart and giggle and everyone says, I gotta leave the room. It's because it's actually that bad for everyone else.
I honestly your own think brand. Especially when you take a banging dump, right? Because you're in there for a little while, like minimum 15 minutes. Like it must be seeping into the clothing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you definitely.
When someone wears a nice aftershave, you spray it on your body and it goes through your clothes and goes, you smell nice.
Yeah.
So if you take a shit and you're near that shit smell, a bit of it must come with you.
Oh, the toilet, mate. Trust me.
Oh, the toilet. Yeah. By the way, what constitutes a banging shit to you?
What do you mean? Like,
just what? Like different people have different feelings for banging shits. Like for me, when I take a massive dump, when I've got a little iceberg in the water, a brown iceberg, I'm like, yes, rude boy.
Like for me, like a banging shit for me is not about the quantity, really. A banging shit for me is more about the odor.
Okay.
So it's like if you have a banging shit, it's when you come out the bathroom and you have to say to people, you got to leave at 15, mate. Fucking
boy, yeah, you stamped your mark on that.
Yeah, okay. It's like sometimes, like, because obviously I got a flatmate who I live with. It's like sometimes I come out and I'm like, bro, you better brush your teeth in the kitchen today.
Yeah. And then they try it. They go, it's not that bad. And they go in and go, fucking hell, yeah. You're like, yeah, told you. And also bonus points if it's like minimal wiping. You get the miracle shit once in a while.
Yeah.
No wiping needed.
Yeah, them ones are good.
So anyway, runny belly, and basically got off the plane and went to use the public toilets after I had come out. So it's the long story short, we'd come out and it was I was in the communal area. People can greet you. You're at arrivals. Yeah, people can greet you, whatever. I went to the toilets in that section. And I was... What was I doing? I was doing something. I opened my bag.
I assume you were having a shite. Like, I mean,
no. Yeah, but I was next to the sink in the bathroom, and I'd opened my bag to get something out, my hand luggage, and a little fart came out, and I just pushed it out, and I was like, "Oh, why have you done this, bruv?" Yeah, so I quickly ran to the toilet. Luckily, minimal damage, but I was in there for a little while. Came back out, luggage was looking a bit ruffled up. Shit was missing. It's kind of my own fault, innit? Really.
You sharted, you know. Wow.
I'm not saying I messed up my pants. I mean, if I did, I'd just say it to you. I wouldn't lie about it. But I think I felt comfortable because I got off the flight and there was so much shitting on the flight. I was like, oh, a little fart. And then I just farted and I realized, shit, that might be, that might have some extra going on back there. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But I was good, but my luggage was empty and so were my bowels. But you know what? I learned my lesson. A man like me that's born and raised in Northwest London should know better. But hey, everyone has a bad day. And that was a bad day.
Sounds it.
Yeah. So what was it? Yeah. So my one blade's missing, and sorry about that. So yeah, my one blade's missing, and I spoke about it, or I was like 20 episodes ago, and I shaved more than my face with it, and that's what it's made for. And Philips found that quite funny and sent me some facial trimmers and stuff, which are also cool as well. But they sent me this thing called it's the Philips 7000, right?
Yeah.
Series 7000, and it's a trimmer which has a vacuum in it.
Right. Okay.
So what it
Dyson.
does is, it's got integrated. Well, Philips. It's got an integrated vacuum system. So while you're trimming your beard, your moustache, your sideburns, it tidies them up, but it also catches, like they say, about 80 to 90% of hair, because I don't think you can catch all hair.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks it up as you go along. And that's it, really. Simple thing. I tried it out. It did suck up most of the hair. But I did realise this, Nick. I'm going to be honest. It's not the big chunks of hair that are the hardest thing to clean when you shave your beard. It's the little bits. You know, the little bits. It's the 10%. That's the hard bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but...
It's the little bits that are left around the sink that are awkward to get.
Yeah, but surely, like, if there's only a little bit left around the sink, just a little splash of water and then they're gone.
I never feel like it's that easy for me. What I do is I wet a bit of tissue and wipe it around the sink.
I wouldn't really know because, like, I'm not a hairy dude, bruv. Like, the whole kind of, like, beard situation of me, I can't grow a full beard, so it's peak for me. I definitely wouldn't need a razor with a vacuum attached. That would definitely be like overkill.
You're not missing out on anything then, Nick. Shave it. You know what? Shaving for me is a chore. Yeah, that's why. Shaving for me is a chore. You should never want to shave, bruv. I used to think shaving was cool. It's long, bruv. It's just another thing to do.
In the morning as well, bruv. That is not the one.
Yes, long. But yeah, so I used it. It's pretty cool. I mean, shaver-wise, I'm going to be honest, Phillips. It wasn't my favourite shave. My favourite shave is the one blade. Was the one blade, still is the one blade. I rate it, man. I like it. It's simple.
The one blade is so good. It is so good.
Yeah. What do you use it for? Lining it up? Because obviously you don't have mad beard to trim. So you use it for lining up the
I use it for my tash line because I don't like moustache. I have like hair going from my sideburns round my chin, like, and then back up to the other sideburn. You know what I mean? Not quite the Craig David pencil thing. Like, so like I shave my kind of I think you call it soul patch. Is that what they call it?
Yes, that's it. The soul patch.
Yeah, the bit underneath your bottom lip. So I shave that bit. Then I shave the bits that would go up to the corners of my mouth. So that bit. Yeah. And then I shave my moustache. So kind of like the goatee area other than the chin. I shave all of that bit off.
And anyone that shaves everything else off except for the soul beard, I don't know, man. It's not me, bruv. You need to allow yourself.
The soul patch.
You're either a magician, because that's a magician's beard, or you're somebody who needs to just finish shaving. Yeah, it's lazy. No one likes it. We don't appreciate that sort of behaviour.
Doesn't Jay from the In-Betweeners do it?
There we go.
I think I've seen him do it. Maybe in the movie when he moves to Australia.
There you go, mate. There you go. The soul patch. Not feeling it, bruv. Not feeling it. So yeah, that was the Philips 7000. I liked it. Like I said, it wasn't my favourite shave because after going to that one blade, Nick, I feel like I don't want anything other than that sort of like can trim a little bit here, can shape up. I just want it to be easy to use, and I feel like it's the easiest thing to use. But it's all right. I don't know. You might want to give it a go and clean up your hair if you're really hairy, and when you shave, there's loads of hair everywhere. You might want to try that out. What else did I had to go on something else? Hickeys, Nick.
What, like
hickeys?
Like kisses on your neck?
No, not like the little what's it called? The little love bites that people pick up. I don't even. How did that become a thing, by the way?
That's what they were called, innit?
Slag tag. That's it. How did they become a thing, bruv?
I don't know, man. Just what, chicks sucking your neck.
Yeah, man. Like, why would you do that to someone? Like,
it's disgusting, isn't it? I do think to myself, it is mentally old school. Like kids nowadays ain't doing it to each other, are they?
Nah, they'll be like, fuck that shit.
Well, they don't talk to each other in real life now, you know what I mean? That's the mad thing. But honestly, genuinely, when was the last time you saw anyone, because it was a young thing to do, let's be honest, you know, so when we were at school. But when was the last time you saw any school kids now with a big fucking purple bruisey looking thing on their neck?
Fuck, never.
I couldn't tell you the last time I saw one. It's fucking mad.
They pass that now, man. Fucking 15-year-olds are just straight banging now. That's why,
this is true. 15-year-olds now doggying, bruv, behind the bike shed.
Yeah, like my friend works at a school, yeah, and she said that one of the security guards in the school. That's when I was like, what? They're like, yeah, school's changed since you were in school. So one of the security guards at school was walking to this dark corner where like the kids hang around, and like they're like, you know, if you're the naughty kids, chill out in this corner of the school by a stairwell, yeah. So apparently, this security guard's rolling over to the stairwell one day, rounds a corner, and sees a girl noshing off a guy, sucking his dick. Yeah,
that is fucking
one
mad.
student sucking another guy's dick, and he goes, "Hey, what the fuck? Hey, what you doing?" Like, obviously, stop. And she turns around and goes, "Oh, come on, man, sir, it's his birthday."
What the hell? Can you imagine? I mean, I'm glad it didn't happen back in our day because I went to all boys school, so that would have been pretty.
Yeah. Nick had actual pedo teachers at his school, so yeah, there better not be no dick sucking going on at your school, bro.
There probably was, but the pupils didn't want to talk about it.
Oh man,
them ones,
boy. But yeah, like 15-year-olds now, man. I'm
that
telling you,
shit's mad. Orgy corner, bruv. Leave it.
I'm telling you, yeah. But sir, it's his birthday. What the fuck?
Yeah,
bro.
like, oh, that's all right then. Sorry, carry on.
I was getting birthday bumps, not birthday shiners.
Yeah,
when I was
exactly.
At school.
Birthday blows, bruv. Nah.
Exactly, yeah. But hickeys are not those. They're not shiners, and they're not red marks on the neck. They are a thing that is designed to solve a problem, and the problem that they're trying to solve, Nick, is laces. Yeah. Now, we all know that trainers are a big deal. Yeah, adults love trainers, kids love trainers. You know, trainers sell well, but sneaker designs move fast.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that holds them back, Hickey says, and they believe the slackness of shoelaces has no place in today's footwear designs. Worse yet, they actually represent a hindrance to every athlete out there. So they've got the step up for sneakers that they think's worthy of the 21st century, and that is the Hickeys. And there are, in essence, they're these elasticated lengths of rubber that you use instead of your laces. So you pull out your laces and then you clip each of them where your laces used to be, sort of like you make them into circular tags.
Right, okay, yeah.
And yeah, that's what they're about, Nick. Now let's be honest, Nick, when I showed them to you, you were like, you were like, what did you think? What was your initial reaction? That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not blown away. Like, I think laces do the job. Like, I'm happy with the laces. I think the laces look cool. Like, part of the appeal for me when I buy a pair of trainers is how they look, or a pair of sneakers, depending on where you're listening. But, you know, like I see them online or whatever, and I'm like, they look cool. They got the laces in. That's how I want them to look when they're on my feet. Like, I don't want to start modifying and affecting the shit.
I was like, is there a problem here to solve? Yeah. Like, that's kind of what you're saying, isn't it? They're solving a problem you're not really sure exists. But a lot of people are wearing their trainers wrong, you know, Nick. Like, there's wearing them for like fashion, yeah, but then there's wearing trainers for like exercise, and I think this is where I kind of found that this is where they really come into their own, because they are really easy to just, once they're done, like there's loads of different ways of doing them. Like you can have them really tight, medium, loose, and if you try them out, lacing them up a few different ways and then putting them on your sports shoes, that's where I was like, you know what, this saves a lot of fucking around. Because for me, like when I'm going to the gym, sometimes I've got to do legs day, not as much as I should, but I've got to do legs day, and I always found that if I didn't adjust my footwear, I'd fuck them up. Or if I go for a run and I didn't do my laces up right, I'd fuck them up. Or if I went for a run and didn't do my laces properly, I might step on them once and I might have fallen over and mashed myself up. These kind of get rid of that because they're always laced if you do them right, and you can slip your feet into the trainer. And they come in colours and stuff like that as well. But at the same time, some people like the fact that they can lace up their trainers and change whether they're tight or whether they're loose very, very quickly. Whereas when you've set your hickeys, they're kind of set. So if you like to have your laces set, then you're like, yeah, boom, hickeys are set, I'm good to go. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
cool with taking the time of trying to lace them up all the different ways, or hickey them up the different ways, and it's cool. But I thought they looked all right with a pair of Roches. That's kind of what they kind of show you being used in a lot. They looked all right in them.
I feel like it's a little bit long though, like you say, because like I don't like it. I normally don't like my laces when I can slip them on and off. You know what I mean? Like I like tying my shoes so they're tight on my feet. Like whereas with hickeys, like they have to be loose enough for you to slip in and out, right?
They are. You know what? No, they have give though, Nick. So they're quite. When your shoes out the trainer, they look way tight. Like, but when you put your foot in the trainer and stretch them out, that's where you kind of see how they pull to your feet. Do you know what I mean? So if you like your laces tied up quite tight, then the hickeys are something that I think, you know, they're worth working with. Do you know what I mean? But they're not like, I mean, they look smooth and simple because there's no laces. But if you like, some people have quite mad foot shape. Like I've got mad long bony feet. So on my Roches, when they're tied up really, really tight, you can see mad foot definition. I'm like, whoa, it's a bit crazy. Maybe I should have just used regular laces, but you know, I like them. I think they got space for sports, man. Like long story short, my gym trainers, my Roches, which do a lot of walking in, and another pair of training shoes that I use. They're the ones that have got the hickeys in. The ones that I'm just my relaxed kicks. Like I'm not like you. I'm opposite to you, Nick. Innit? Like with my laces, I like them loose. I like to slip my feet in and out my shoes. Like I like them to feel like slippers. So yeah, there's a place for laces, but I think the hickeys are pretty cool, man. The price point at the moment is they're like £11-12.
I don't know, man. £11-12, a lot more than a pair of laces, though.
Yeah, fair enough. That you get free with your trainer. All right,
Exactly.
fair enough. If you're serious about training, I reckon get them. If you're serious about your crep looking real sexy, I don't know. It's one of those things. Decide to have them or not. They are a thing though. People are like, oh right, what are those? You're like, yeah, it's just hickeys. They're like, all right.
What are those?
What are those? But yeah, man. That's about it for me. You know, we've spoken quite a bit this week, Nick, and we've churned out fuckloads of VR content over the last few episodes. The episode that came out just before this is I actually got to speak to Batman, Nick.
Oh, nice.
I actually spoke to a Batman. Yeah, no joke thing. So check that out. What have you got forthcoming though, Nick?
Forthcoming, I'm going to the NFL. I think we spoke about this before. So tonight, on the day of recording this, I'm going to the NFL party that's happening in London. So I'm heading down there later on. I think there's a live performance from Kano, which is nice as well. So
How the other half live.
yeah, that should be all right. And then on Sunday, I'm going to the actual game. I've got a busy weekend, actually, man. Saturday night, I'm going to see Dizzy Rascal. You know, Dizzy's doing the Boy in the Corner live show in London.
So yeah, that's going to be so good, man. Unfortunately, I'm not
Performing the
gonna be
whole
around to
album.
check it.
Yeah. So
Oh, man.
I'm going to that, and then on Sunday I'm going to the New York Giants versus the LA Rams at Twickenham, and then on Tuesday I'm flying to Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, yeah?
Yeah, just to go out to Amsterdam for a few days until Friday, and then I come back, and then back on the radio on the following Saturday. So relatively busy, and then I believe the week after that we may have something fun planned for How to Kill an Hour.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh,
But I don't know whether we should leave that as a little cliffhanging teaser.
yeah. Let's have a normal tease instead of me overcooking a steak like I did with that question. In fact, if you want to throw another question at us, just go to howtokillanhour.com. And the great thing about the voicemail thing is whatever part of the world you're listening from or whatever time of night, you can just fling us a question and we'll answer it. It's not like a friggin' ain't got to tweet us and stuff like that.
You can ask us anything as well. You can ask us things like, would you rather have toes as ears or fingers as eyelids? Shit like that, you know?
What would you rather have, toes for ears or fingers for eyelids?
I think toes for ears, you know? Because fingers for eyelids, they're going to be getting in the way, like, of your vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're just going to be getting in the way of your vision, and they're completely useless. Like, I know, like, toes for ears is useless as well, but at least you can't see them unless you look in the mirror.
Yeah. But you could punch somebody and headbutt them at the same time.
But it's just fingers, though. Like, I don't know if you'd be able to get them into a fist.
Surely, if you scrunch up your... okay.
Because it's not hand. It's just fingers, isn't it? Just a dangly finger.
All right, well, you can do that thing like... doink, when you poke someone in the eyes then, when you head
or
at the same
if
time.
it's like fingers as eyelashes.
Yeah.
Could do that. Fingers as your eyelashes.
Finger eyelashes.
Trust me.
It sounds like a horror film.
See, look at this. Look at this bonus content you're getting from just this bullshit question I just made up. So if you want to ask a question, the website, innit?
howtokillanhour.com, there's a little thing that says leave us a message. Nick, instead of us doing like there's loads of ways to kill an hour, thank you for killing one with us, should we just end the show with another song from this guy that has a trombone and a gun?
I think that's the most appropriate way to end.
Okay, would you like to guess the song, or shall I just let you know what it is and we'll end on it?
But I could be here all day if I'm guessing the song. Do you mean like guess it right now before I've heard it, or
guess it after I play it?
No, I think it should just be like end credits and we don't even have to guess it.
Okay, cool. This is what? Don't even say anything. Just play it.
You just say thank you for listening to How to Kill an Hour. Back with you next week.
Couldn't have done it better than you, Nick.
Baby, you should go and love yourself. Big tune, big tune.